So today I'm going to be doing some more green lanes in the XV. Just before I go to them, I'm quite close to one right now, but I just thought I would show you some of the surrounding villages as well. So I've come to Hartest for the first one, and that's going to be this one down here, which is called Smithbrook Lane, and that is an unclassified country road. So it's unsurfaced, but it is a legal route. Right, so made it to the first track. A bit bumpy already, but it's someone's actual driveway up till this point. And now we're on the rest of the actual road. So yeah, we have got some established ruts here. It is a bit muddy and a bit slippy, but the car isn't scraping on the ground at any point yet. Just going to get slightly out of those ruts because they are looking a little bit deep. It is pretty wet down here. There seems to be like a stream running down the middle of it. And a kind of ditch to the left there, so it's only a short track, but there is a fairly real chance of getting stuck. You have to be quite careful. It's like a fairly steep climb up there as well. So yeah, this might be a case of going more or less full send up that hill. It's a place I can stop halfway up to get my camera back. There's a river crossing, but there's a bridge over it, so you don't need to go through that. I'm just leaving traction control on just to see what it wants to do. But the light's not coming on or anything, so it's probably not even needing it at the moment. Yeah, I think we're pretty much at the end of this one now. So I made it in and out of that lane, no problems. I actually turned around and went and did it again from the opposite direction, made it all the way through that way as well, and I actually drove into the ruts the second time, and I didn't have any ground clearance issues, so I should have just done that the first time probably. But now I've got a little bit of a drive to do to get to Lavenham, which is a really nice village. I'll show you some of that as well. But to get there, there's another green lane, a byway, that's a little bit longer than the last one because the last one's pretty short. I'm not going to film the drive there, so I'll just see you there. Alright, so this next one starts off in a lay-by, which itself is pretty bumpy. Ask for a better day for it. Second gear on this one, it's a really well maintained track. Well, as soon as I said that, we're now back into some proper ruts again. Right, I did actually bottom out there on that left rut pretty deep. I thought I'd be alright, but unfortunately I'm going to have to go around it. Right, unfortunately my camera kept turning off, so you won't have seen much of that last lane. There's not really much to it apart from, you know, the long gravel track, and I did film the bit where I got almost stuck in some ruts, but it did manage to drive itself out. So anyway, I'm here now in Lavenham, which you've probably heard of, but if you haven't, this is a really cool village. Because it's on my doorstep, I guess I probably take it for granted a bit. That was a nice Alpine as well. And what's this? Corvette. That looks brand new. That looks like some kind of, well, it's got no front plate on it. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, this village is on my doorstep, so I think I'd probably take it for granted a bit, but it's really cool. I'll show you some other streets in a second as well. Gets very busy in the high street. Got these really slanted buildings. That is the building I used to work in. That's Lavenham Guildhall. It's a National Trust place. It's pretty cool. Used to be an old prison. I am actually going to try this last one. It's a very tight entrance there. But we have made it in. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go around that rut. Alright, cheers. this is a bit tight. I will have no paintwork left after this lane, that's for sure. Oh well. For the greater good. It's always nice when you're passing a walker or whoever on one of these lanes. If you just stop and give them a bit of time and space and a smile, usually they're absolutely fine with you being there. Wow, my traction control came on then. I'm just lightly on the throttle. And I'm going to wait for this dog walker to come up. Cheers. Yeah, I was going down a little bit of a slope there, just on the throttle in first gear. And traction control came on, but it applied the brakes for me. That was a bit strange. I didn't know it did that. It doesn't have any like controls for that. I mean, I know that's what traction control is. You know, it's mostly using the ABS system to stop some wheels from spinning. But I didn't know it was going to do it downhill as well, if I wasn't actually on the brakes. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry there wasn't as much green laning footage as I'd hoped there would be in this video. That's because my camera kept turning off. It's not really the best camera to be using for filming stuff like that. So, you know, one day I'll get an action camera or something that will be able to film the entire length of the journey. But until then, I'll just keep trying.